Second Peter 3, it talks about that a day with Yeshua is 1,000 years. And then in Hosea 6, chapter verses 1 through 3, it says, "Come and let us return unto the Lord, for he hath torn, and he will heal us. Sorry, I cannot see. He hath smitten, and he will bind us up. After 2 days will he revive us. In the third he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight." So after 2 days, and 1 day with the Lord is 1,000 years, according to 2 Peter. So in 2,000 years, Yeshua is going to raise us up. That's what it says. He will revive us. And then, he will revive us on 2,000 years. In 3,000 years, he will rise us up, and we will live with him. So after 2,000 years, Yeshua is going to return. And we're almost at that 2,000 year mark. Nobody knows the day, nobody knows the hour. That's why we're supposed to be watchmen, but we know that the time is near. So that's why all of the straight is the gate people, we're reading the Bible, we're listening to what it says, and that's why we're warning people. We're warning people to be watchmen, to keep the commandments, to teach others to do so. That is the calling of a watchman. And these things are so important because the time of the Lord is near. Like, it's almost up, people. The time is almost here. Whether it's this year, next year, the year after that, or the year after that. Like, it's coming soon. And these things are so important to understand. That's why it tells us to go learn the parable of the fig tree. Because the fig tree loses its leaves in 2 times a year, and the inappropriate time will be spring. So we know that 2,000 years, learn the parable of the fig tree, so that's springtime. So sometime in spring, in the next few years, Yeshua is going to return. Isaiah 66 describes what's going to happen when he returns. There's nothing good about this return that's coming. It's going to be bad. He's going to come with judgment. He's going to come with a sword. He's going to come with vengeance. And what is sad is you have these pastors that tell you the opposite. That he's going to come and he's going to be hippie Jesus. And that's just not what's going to happen. Yeshua is going to return to judge. And if you want to listen to a man on the pulpit spit lies in your face, that's up to you. But I would highly recommend reading the Bible for yourself, because the Bible will tell you what's going to happen. And a lot of these people, they all live in their own delusion. Your own delusion will be brought upon you if you're not keeping covenant's promise. I think the biggest commandment that everyone struggles with, honestly, is covetousness. I even struggle with it sometimes. Not in the way of wanting things, like materialistic things, right? Sometimes I struggle with authority, or, well, I guess really that's it when it comes to that one. Anyway, but the point is that that's one of the hardest ones that women have trouble with. And I guess I'm kind of going on a tangent here. But my point is that the time is coming. And it's time to repent, or you will perish. And when you become Jacob, my servant, right? 'Cause that's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be servants of God. When you become Jacob, it doesn't mean that you'll be perfect. You'll stumble sometimes. But that's why you have an advocate with the Father. But that's not saying that you shouldn't strive for perfection, because the Bible says to strive for perfection. And perfection is to keep the Ten Commandments, you know. And, oh, sorry. Sorry. It's late here, and I'm an old lady, so I need to sleep. But I really felt convicted just to get on here and remind people that the day of the Lord is coming. And it's some scary, scary stuff that's gonna happen. And I was just praying it with one of my sisters and thinking and what's gonna happen to a lot of the women. And praising God for grace and conviction and hoping, that we all act on it. Act on the conviction of God. But anyway, my main point is that, this is a time of mourning and weeping. And it's scary because people just don't listen, including me. Sometimes I've had a hard time listening, actually. And the things that are about to happen are really going to be awful. But people don't want to read that part of the Bible. They only want to read the part of the Bible where it says that your prayers will be heard, your prayers will be answered, nothing bad will happen to you, all good things. I can do all things, But that's to the servant of the Lord. That's not to anyone who claims to love God but doesn't do what he says. Paul says it pretty clearly, that we're supposed to deny our flesh. And the flesh is hard because we're all sacks and meat, right? And denying our flesh is hard, but we have to do it. But be encouraged, because if you can figure it out now, maybe you'll be saved from great tribulation if you can figure it out and become part of Jacob and part of the elect. But nobody's going to be raptured out. The only people that will escape the wrath of God is the elect, 144,000. That is it. Everyone else is doomed to the great tribulation. Including me, right? I'm either part of the elect or I'm part of great tribulation. There is no other way, right? That's why we have to strive every day to keep the commandments. That's why we need to have ears to hear, to listen to what the people over us tell us, to take heed to the wisdom that Yeshua has given the elders. So yeah, a little bit of a tangent, but just may the grace of God be with everyone. Let God convict you, and make sure you act on the conviction that God gives you.